guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to flip through my traveler's notebook and give you an update on how I've been using it. I have been using it for over a month now, so I have about 30 days worth of entries in here, a little bit more, and I just wanted to give you an update on how I've been using it. So let's just flip through it. I swap out my pen on the side. Right now it's a friction erasable pen by Pilot, just because I wanted to try this out for how it can erase. But most of the time I still am honestly using this Energel Clena pen that is not erasable, and it's by Pentel if you were wondering. But it's just a simple pen. It's 0.4, and this friction pen is thicker. I think it's a 0.7. Okay, so when you open it, I'm using this front pouch for my dashboard, which is just like essentially something to look at when I open it that will get me excited to use my journal. And right now it is a Pinterest board that I printed off that's spring related. So I'll change this seasonally, and I think that will just give me an excuse to come in here and have like a creative moment to decorate this, and then every time I open it, it's nice to look at. The back of it I plan to use functionally and put some stickers. Right now I just have some white butterfly stickers that you can't really see because it's against the backboard. I stamped with all these butterfly stamps, but these are some white stickers here if you can see those. So I might add more later, but so far I haven't really needed anything because at home I have all my stickers over there. So this is my insert for my daily entries, like my daily diary. And I decorated the front in my last traveler's notebook video, I believe, or my spring refresh one. I decorated the front and did my dashboard if you want to see that. And then in this front page, I just wrote March and April because it only holds 2 months. And I think when I store this, I will want to quickly just see what months are in here. I'll probably visually remember because of the front, because it's just how I am. I'm very visual. But I like that in the first page, I can just check and see, okay, this is March and April. And I might add the year, but right now I've only had it for this year, 2025, so I know that it's this year. But I used this first page where it has like a little overview of each day. I wrote March, and then I wrote the title that I had put at the top here. I guess I've seen some people you put like Monday or whatever here, but I'm using the page numbers as the date because they go 1 through 31. So I'm just using that as the date, and therefore trying to keep up with it every day so that it's accurate. So the 1st of March was Saturday, and so I checked the box over here for what day it was. And then I just put a title, usually after writing and after thinking about my day and writing something, I kind of summarize it up here with the title little area. And then over here on this page, I decided just to write down the title so that it's kind of like an overview. Not that my titles are that descriptive, but I do think it would be a nice way to just kind of remember each day what I was doing, and if I want more information, I can like flip to that day. So my first couple of days in here, I didn't write loads. Like I definitely didn't use up the whole page, but you know, the blank page can be a little daunting, and it was a brand new book for me that I didn't know how I wanted to use. So I tried just to make it easy on myself and come in here and just write anything I wanted to about the day. I fell out of the practice of writing every day last year, so I often didn't have much to say, as you can tell. And then I just would put a little bit of washi tape and stickers that related to what I was writing about, even if it's just vaguely. And I have these 2 rolls of pre-cut sticker tape from the washi tape shop. I think it comes in washi tape and in pet tape, and it has 2 rolls, and they're pretty similar. One is a little more like travel based, I guess I would say, and one's more like everyday scenes. But I don't want to have to use up a bunch of stickers when I fill these out. I think it'll just make me feel like intimidated and not wasteful, because I don't think using your stickers is wasteful. I think that's how you're supposed to use them, obviously. But I do think sometimes if I'm using like a bunch of stickers, or stickers that were very expensive, and I use them up, I tend to feel like I should have a really good reason to use them. And so I like that this pet tape having repeatable stickers just helps me feel more at ease using them, because I know I won't really run out. There's another one, you know, like this girl repeats later in the roll. So it just helps me feel like more free to just use what I want to use and kind of get into, you know, stickering every day. As the days went on, I wrote pretty much the same little chunk, and I was struggling to write every day. I would skip several days and I would come back and try to remember what I did, and that was a little bit difficult sometimes just because I work from home and so therefore do everything from home, and it can make my days kind of blur together. I mean, I'm sure if you go to the office, your days might blur together as well, but especially not having any I can't remember where I was because where I was at home unless I did something out of the house specific. It would be hard for me to remember if what I did was on Tuesday or Monday, that kind of thing. But I did keep up with doing it every day, and I wrote about an interview I had in the beginning of March, and then later I found out that it was a scam and the interview was fake the whole time. So obviously that was very disappointing because I was looking for a job, and of course to find out that I wasted my time on someone who was scamming me or trying to. I did not actually get scammed. I didn't fall for anything, but they did waste my time. They interviewed me for an hour and a half, and it just seemed so vulnerable and fake and weird, and so that really put me in a little bit of a funk for a while. And so I know on this day, when I found that out, I was really disappointed, and I went to yoga that night. And so I kind of put these stickers related to yoga and I know that evening when I went to the yoga class, I was really trying to be present and not let that fake interview steal more of my time by dwelling on it and feeling so disappointed. So I tried to both let myself feel what I felt and write about it, but also, move on and not let that person have stolen any more of my time. And then because that was a fake interview and I was still looking for a job the next days, I wrote just so simple title, trust and growth over here, because that's kind of what I was leaning into, is trusting that something will come up for me and my husband and that we will get the jobs and the financial income we need. And so I tried to just enjoy stickering and, took up kind of more space over here with these stickers and just allowed myself to just say minimal things. And then the next day was kind of more of the same. I went to Mario Day at the library with my son, so I wrote in the library, and I was really enjoying the same washi tape and sticker combo, as you can tell. And then some days I really didn't have much to say at all, but I still wanted to show you these spreads, especially if you also feel bad when you don't use a page. I just wanted to show you how if I had skipped these days and backlogged them, I didn't make it too hard on myself. I just wrote everything I could remember or how I was feeling and then put stickers related. I did try to make each day about that day. So not just random thoughts unrelated, if that makes sense, just because I have another insert in here I'll show you where I do my brain dump kind of writing. This day I didn't write very much. I wrote a quote at the bottom, and this day I included I ordered some clothes from Cider, and most of them I did not actually end up keeping, but I still liked the little tag that came on. A piece I did keep, and so I cut that and put it in here. I tried to use stickers related to what I was doing, like journaling a lot and painting. Another reason I like this sticker roll, because these are from the same sticker set. All of these are so far. Some more of the same with minimal writing and using washi tape as a divider, and then stickers to kind of just give me something visual for that day. And then I filmed these days because I just turned my camera on when I did them. And so I've already posted that, and it's titled something like journaling when you don't know what to write, because as you can tell, there's very little writing on this page, and none on this page and little on this page. And so I filmed it and decided to post it just because I didn't know if it was that interesting, but I thought it might just be nice to turn on if you want to journal with someone. And I do like the stickers I used over here. Sometimes journaling, even if you don't have much to write, can kind of be like therapy. I printed, or not printed, but cut out these little snippets. Were from, I don't even know what you call it, because I go to a Baptist church and I'm new to Baptist churches. I never really thought I would go to one, but the one that we currently go to is very, very cool. I really like it. It's really kind, friendly people. So this was a Sunday, and they've been doing for Lent, they've been doing these labyrinths in the back, and I cut them out when I come home, and this was a description of how to use it, and it's pretty cool, and describes how to meditate by tracing your finger through the labyrinth. So it's not like a maze where you know where the start and the end is, but you just slowly move your finger from the beginning to the end and then go back and meditate and just like dwell on honestly whatever you want to. You know, something that's making you dwell on your feelings and try to figure out maybe why you're feeling what you are, or to find a quote or a Bible verse that's encouraging and to just keep thinking on it. So I did that. And then these days, this one I obviously used fewer stickers, and these ones I used more. And I did try to, some days I put the stickers down first and then wrote around them. But other times like I said, I backlogged some days when I would accidentally skip a day. I'd come in here and have like 2 or 3 days to fill. And when I did that, I usually wrote first because I didn't always write at my desk. I would like bring it to my bed and try to catch up on my days, and I would just write a chunk. So that's why these ones, like, I really just wrote a chunk in the middle somewhere to try to give myself room to put stickers around, if that makes sense. But this one I was at my desk, and so I put these stickers here and then wrote around them. Just a small difference, but just to kind of show you like different ways to go about it. Like if you're out and you don't have your stickers with you and you just want to write, I just wrote in the center, or sometimes I would write a little bit up here and then make a gap and write a little bit down here if it was like writing about something else. That way in the middle I could put like washi tape as a divider or whatever I wanted. This one I liked a lot. I put her here first and then wrote, and I didn't have that much to write obviously. And then this one this day I went on a walk with my sister-in-law, and so I kind of put these 2 stickers because we went on a walk and talked, and then we went shopping after. These ones I started using a different washi tape and sometimes fewer stickers. Here was another Sunday, and I just put the labyrinth again instead of stickers. And then these days I was writing that I was feeling kind of overwhelmed. I was working a lot of the job that I didn't lose because I just did that job part-time. I still do it part-time, but I was picking up as many hours as I could. And so by the end of the day, I was feeling pretty drained. And so I kind of just wrote about that. And then over here, I wrote about how journals, like I'm staring at screens so much from working at my computer. And then if I wanted to rest in the evening, sometimes I was playing like a video game. And so I just kind of wrote briefly about how I'm spending so much time looking at screens. It's been extra nice to come and journal, even though I was not doing the best job making time for it. I essentially was trying to encourage myself to keep doing it because it's nice to look at paper after having looked at screens for so long. And then over here is when I forgot to put a title here, so I'll go back and do that. But over here is where I messed up my days, and so I have 2 checked. I think it's because like I skipped one or something, and then I ended up writing about 2 days in one. I can't remember. But I wrote more here and kind of took like a different, well, I know what I did. Sorry, I was trying to figure out what changed around here. I decided to start writing in the morning if I could about the previous day. So I still dated it for the day I was writing about. So if it was Sunday, I dated it for Saturday and wrote about Saturday because the day was fully over and I could just dwell on it. There was nothing that happened that day yet. So everything in my mind was about the previous day. And so I found that more helpful for writing. And then I continued that, and not every time did I do it in the morning. Sometimes it was in the evening of the following day. So for example, this says Sunday, so Monday evening I would come, or afternoon if I had time. Monday I would come and write about Sunday. And so that helped me start having more to say. And I think just getting back into journaling, you can see obviously between these 2 pages and then like these ones, you can see how much more I was writing, which again, there's like no right or wrong way to journal and to use up your own inserts and all of that. But I did kind of like that I was really using the full page more. I made this little margin, honestly, just because I wanted to give myself a smaller space to write. I don't like, for some reason, right now, currently, my sentence going on for a long time. I don't really know why. It's more of like a visual thing. I think like it means if I wrote a lot of sentences, I still see all this long page to go. So I made like a little margin. 1, to leave room to put stickers if I wanted to, but 2, to keep my writing space smaller, like I just said, but also 3, to leave room for notes later. Like maybe I could write this way, or like over here, I put this little insert just to write something else. Like, so if this is like diary of the day, over here, I could write a quote or something from a book I'm reading, something from a game I'm playing, that kind of thing. And so over here, I put the same labyrinth again from my church handout thing. I put that in here and just taped it. And then I thought I might write behind it, but I ended up just putting a sticker. and I like how these pages turned out. They're just simple, but I like them. And then the last day of March, I started taping in I liked taping in these things from my church and cutting those out. So I started printing off things, and I had gotten back into playing Animal Crossing New Leaf on my DS. I have an older DS that I don't really use, and I forgot I had Animal Crossing New Leaf. And if you play Animal Crossing, you probably saw the Nintendo Direct or heard that they didn't announce any new Animal Crossing game yet. So this was before the Direct, but it was close to the Direct. So I think I was just getting like excited for it, and I started playing Animal Crossing New Leaf. And so I put some pictures from that game in here. And here's I haven't written April yet, but I'll put April up here and do the same thing as I did on this page, where I just kind of summarize the day with the title and then bring the title over here. So there's that right now. I need to catch up on a couple days, but that's fine because I can, as long as I title the day, I can just go back and do it whenever. And then these days I didn't have quite as much to write, and I started taping in more photos. But I do like that I could come back and like write something else, because sometimes I like to revisit the pages. I like to flip through them. It's just like satisfying. I just love how paper feels. And it's nice sometimes, like I like starting new journals, but sometimes I like having not a new journal, like having things already in here, because it feels like you're adding to something instead of just starting anew. And these days I've filled out a lot more. I put in these inserts from another game I started playing called Littlewood. It was on sale or something, I think, so I got this on my Switch. This game's called Littlewood. I put the title picture like here, Littlewood. And I haven't played this like loads, but it is very fun. It's very cute. This was the day after the Nintendo Direct, and I had been playing Animal Crossing New Leaf, like I said, but it starts out quite slow, so I didn't have much to do in the first several days. And I didn't change the time forward or anything in that game. If you know, you know. I didn't do that. So I was just like waiting around, and I got this game Littlewood because I Googled games that are like Animal Crossing. And I've done that before, I feel like, but I had never gotten this game, and I kind of forgot about it. I think I remember something about it when it first came out, but it's very fun and very cute, and I will definitely keep playing it. So if you're looking for a game like Animal Crossing, definitely pick up an older Animal Crossing, or maybe try out Littlewood if you have a Switch. And then here I wrote writing more because, again, I had been in the habit of writing more. And I put some pictures of the reading journal update that I filmed on this day. And that's also up on my channel if you want to see my reading journal. Then I start writing more again. I have these like little kind of like tip-ins, not just like taped in little things. This is a labyrinth again, a very spirally one. And then this is just a little picture. I planned on writing behind it, but I never did. But I still like that. Like I would have covered up my words if I taped that down. So I like that I can lift it and look under there. And then I wrote a quote down here, and I was just writing about spring. I took this picture of azaleas on a walk with my mom. I don't know if you can see it from there, but they're just like pink azaleas. Only have cream paper for my printer right now, so they don't show up the best on my home printer on this cream paper, but that's okay. And I just cut a little border around it to look like a little Polaroid kind of thing. And I taped it in here, and I didn't tape it very well. It keeps sticking out, which kind of bothers me, but I might fix that later. But yeah, I taped that in here and was having fun with that. I would sometimes print a lot of pictures at once just from my phone, different pictures. But yeah, I feel like here I just started having a lot of fun with it, taking more time to come to my desk and write and put in stickers as I was journaling if I wanted to, like her, so that I could write around her. It's just kind of like fun and different. And then sometimes I would just write as much as I can and come in and add a sticker later. And I haven't really finished these pages. These are just the past couple days. This day I didn't have much to write, so I might put pictures. And this is the first day I tried my friction pen, and it was chunkier than I was used to, but I was just kind of playing around with how I like it, because over here I like messed up like the second word, and so I kind of wished I had had a erasable pen. So just trying that out. And I do have, this is new, and it's Hobonichi brand pencil board, so it does not fit perfectly in the traveler's notebook, but I couldn't find a traveler's notebook one that was like available to ship to me when I looked, and I just got this one because I also do have a off-brand Hobonichi Weeks that I thought I might use it for. And I just noticed it's kind of like dirty or something, so I'm not sure what that's about and if I should, I guess, wipe it off. Interesting. I literally never noticed that, so I'm not sure when that got there or if it's supposed to be there. but that's that. I have it in here right now because I usually use it to draw my line, even though it's not quite long enough. It's fine. And yeah, so that's how I've been using it. I think I've, yeah, one more day. And then I'm going to finish this out for April. And then I'll have a nice little 2 months insert that I can log away. But I do think moving forward, I might move to something else. And I'll talk about that at the end. But next, I wanted to show you my middle insert, which is my brain dump, essentially. I like the cover of it a lot. I don't love this insert after spending more time with it. I think if you guys watched my setup video, I showed you how like it doesn't lie as flat as the Traveler's inserts, and it's from like Wandering Travels or something like that, and it's on Amazon. It comes in a 3-pack, and it's dot grid, but the dot grid is quite dark and large, so my handwriting gets usually messier, and I just don't love like how much it like sticks up. I don't know. Not like, I probably will still use it, and it will stay in here longer because it's not something I visit every day. So I will keep this in here for a while and keep filling it out, but I just use it for brain dumps. This spread I did, it's not my favorite, but I did this one in my spring refresh and just wrote all my thoughts about spring coming, because spring's one of my favorite seasons. And then I wrote this page as well. And I just like to put pictures. These are printed off from Pinterest. And then these are just stickers I had. And I printed off this book and talked about it a little bit, but also just put some more photos from my day. But this, I didn't write about, I guess I should say pictures from like the month. So I still write about my day in my diary, but this was just like any extra thoughts. Like if I just felt like journaling, but I had already written about my day and I didn't want to, like this one, because it's dated, I didn't want to take up another page if I wanted to write more, because it would say like the 11th, which I could put a sticker over or ignore. But then if I did want to write on the 11th, I would have taken it up, if that makes sense. So this is for extra writings, just thoughts. And you can see kind of this collage style I like to do, which is similar to my reading journal. I just find that fun creatively to come in here and use the washi tapes I have and the different ephemera and just make different compositions. And I'm very like loose with it. I don't have to love it. I just, you know, honestly just want to have fun and see the different textures and colors together brings me joy. I'm a very like tactile person. I just like to use my hands. I'm an artist, so I feel like I am a designer. For my job, I'm a designer, and I have been an artist for a while. I went to school for art, and that's something I do kind of for fun, kind of as my job, but it's really like a side job right now. But anyway, so this is just like another creative avenue, and because I have so many, I don't feel the need to be like so precious with it, I guess, if that makes sense. I like to just try things out so I learn what I like and what I don't like. And then this is my last one I did, just wrote more about spring. I already wrote about spring, but I love it so much. I just kept writing about the going on walks. Now that we're further into spring, flowers are blooming everywhere, and so I go on a lot of walks with my family, my immediate family, my husband and my 2 kids, but also like my mom and my brothers. Sometimes we all just like going on walks. We're very, I don't know, we've done that my whole life. We just go on like a walk like every day. And yeah, that's been fun. So I kind of documented that, and I'd like to take pictures of the sky and of flowers, and so I included those in here. And then that's all I have in here for now. And then my back one I am still using for what I call collections, but it's really turning into mostly collections about games I'm playing, because I have lists, but I also have lists on my phone. So I put like journal ideas and art ideas, and I'll still keep this, but I think I'm going to really lean into using it as something that stays in here for game logging. So I have Fields of Mystria, and that's the only game I have right now, and I filmed setting this up if you want to see that. And I actually have another video where I put these pages in, but I haven't posted that because I wasn't sure if anyone cared. But I have that if you want to see how I like log my different things in Fields of Mystria. But I think I'll add other games in here. And I don't play games. I obviously play games like often, but I don't play them a lot. So I like to write what I last did, so next time I play, I don't get confused of what I was doing, if that makes sense. And so I think I will add more games to this. I think that would be fun to add, like Littlewood or Animal Crossing or Moonstone Island. I might replay Moonstone Island, so that'll be fun. And then I have my sticker pouch in the back still. So that's a brief overview of how I've been using my Traveler's Notebook. Let me show you what I think I'll do next. So I've been liking this for daily writing, but like I mentioned, if I skip a day, then it's still kind of dated. And even if you just use them however you want and just viewed it like I have 31 days or 31 entries, however many days that is. I can just fill up 31 days. But it still like ends after 31 and goes on to the next 31. So I don't know. I don't know how like to not use that. Like if I skip a day, I feel like I messed it up. I don't know how to explain. So I almost got another one of these inserts because I do like writing every day, but I decided instead to get the sterling ink. It's the 260 something pages. I think it's 267, but it might be like 270. I don't know, but it's right around there. And it's the grid pages, and it's the Tomoe River paper, and it's numbered pages. So I really like that because I can reference like other numbered pages if I want to, or make an index if I wanted to. But I got this because I like the satisfaction of seeing the days filled, and I didn't really want to start a fresh one. I thought I would like the quick turnover of Traveler Notebook inserts, and I might for other things like this brain dump one or any other planners I might get later. But for daily writing, I really love thicker books and to like flip through them, and I kind of was wanting this paper too. And Traveler's Notebook has different kinds of paper inserts, but they're all fewer pages. And so I don't know, I'm kind of used to this now. So I don't know if this paper will be the best for sticking stuff in, but I do want to play around with other stickers and just being able to look at it for longer, if that makes sense. So if I use up some of my like more expensive stickers and put them in here, I won't just like in a month put it away in my storage or my archives. I'll get to flip through it and still see it. And I don't know, I just like that idea of it being a bit bigger, more pages. I guess I could show you how many pages it has because it will say in here. Yeah, it has 270. Well, 269. So this is 270 right there. But last numbered page is 269. And yeah, I don't know if I'll decorate the front, but I could definitely decorate the inside page, and I'm excited to use this. I will finish out this one, but then I want to start in this one, I believe. So that's my plan right now. I wish I could get the mulberry color, but it was sold out and I didn't want to wait since I'm about to run out of pages in this. So I got the black, or the onyx is what they call it at Sterling Ink. So this is the grid page in the onyx. And I might over time also do my brain dumps in here. That's why I liked it, because it's undated. I'll just write the date in there if I want to, but then if I want to continue for more pages, or I want to use it as my diary or kind of like a commonplace, I can. So I'd like that this could be whatever I want to write, and then I could just put the date, and I could divide the page if I want to. If all I have to write is this, I could just mark a line and then start the next day down here. And if I want to take up a whole page with pictures, I can, because I can just go to the next page. And so I really liked that. But yeah, I haven't used it yet, so I'm really excited to. I don't know how well it will lay in here because it is, I mean, I think it will work well. This is for the Traveler's Notebook. I think they call it N1 on Sterling Ink. It's called N1 size. But I'm excited to use this, and that's probably what I'll show you in the next update, is how I've been using this one. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and let me know if you have any questions at all or anything you want to see. If you are a gamer and you would like to see more of that, I would like to talk about it, but just let me know. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.